Hey YouTube, Grunt Reviews. We're back in the studio. Got something a little different. Haven't done a complete AR yet, so figured we'd take a look at this. Guys, this will be the tabletop review on the Fostech Phantom Rifle. Guys, as always, go down below, like, subscribe, share us with your friends, drop a comment, and as always, I've got my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. If you like what we're doing for you here at the channel, feel free to help us out, and let's get into it. All right, guys, so not a true unboxing. This was actually purchased used from a local dealer. Only changes essentially from the, I guess, the standard configuration. Someone did put a standard A2 bird cage. They took the Fostech compensator off of it, and mine came with a single PMag. Normally these do come with the 30-round Fostech mags. Outside of that, everything else is still pretty much identical. Just wanted to give you a quick look at it here. Might flip that bad boy around. So what makes this thing kind of cool, this is part of their Lite series. So this is actually a magnesium alloy upper and lower. I believe they bought out mag... Oh, it's mag something. If somebody knows, drop a comment down below if you would. But basically, it was a company that did nothing but magnesium alloy parts. Fostech bought them out. Didn't really change a whole bunch of them. Just went ahead and basically put their logo on it and on the upper and on the lower and sent it out the door. You get a couple of things with this that are... I'm going to call them Fostech special. So you do get their Fostech rubberized comfort grip on it there. On the rail, you get USA on one side, and you get the Fostech logo on the other side there. And then it does come with a MFT Mission First tactical stock. Does include a set of flip-up sights with it, which is always nice. But the big one with this is you will notice that the selector switch goes all the way to the fun setting. So this actually does come with their Echo trigger pre-installed in it. So if you look at the overall price, these things run right around the $1,600 mark, and there's a few different ways you can configure them on Fostech's website. But essentially, you're getting a decent AR. So this is a ballistic advantage barrel. Of course, the Cerakoted, the magnesium rail, and the upper and lower receivers. You get a little bit nicer stock. You do, of course, get the flip-up sights, and these are a kind of a basic polymer, but they do work. You get a little bit nicer grip, and you get a $450 binary trigger in this. Normally, like I said, you also would get their compensator being used. This one has been switched out. But overall, for $1,600, you're getting a very, very lightweight rifle. The magnesium, they claim this to be about 60% lighter than, I'm just going to say, a standard mil-spec upper and lower. On par with polymer. The only real change outside of the material, if you are looking to switch the trigger, maybe you don't want a binary or anything like that, it does use a standard 154 trigger pin, but the way that this receiver is built, these are actually longer. The only other people I know of that are doing these pins, aside from Fostech, V7 Weapon Systems does a titanium pin that will fit it. The other cool thing, and I'll see if we can get kind of up close there, they do give you a skeletonized gas block there. That is the screw down type. Looks kind of cool underneath the rail. It is nice that it is Cerakoted to match, to give you that little bit of matching pop of color, if you will, under the rail. And then this is a thin profile. I believe these are Ballistic Advantage. They may be a Faxon. That part I'd have to get online and double check. But gives you that very thin pencil profile there. Also for weight reduction as well. So overall, very light, very easy to handle package. I mean, it weighs, like I said, next to nothing to start with. So instead of starting something heavy and adding to it, and by the time you get your optic and everything else mounted, you're at 8, 9, 10 pounds. This shaves off, I would say, probably 1.5 pounds over the equivalent traditional aluminum AR. So it is kind of cool. The other thing I will show you on this lower, of course, it does have the complete trigger guard, so you don't have to add your own. They do give you some nice lightning cuts, if you will. Does have the flare and bagwell. Outside of that, guys, everything else pretty much on this thing is mil spec. So uses a mil spec bolt carrier, nothing too fancy there. Pretty standard port door, standard forward assist, standard charging handle, mag release, and then obviously with that, with the Echo trigger system, it does come with their safety for it. So nothing too extraordinary about this, but $1,600 when you factor 450 of that is realistically the binary trigger. You're getting a pretty decent rifle for in the $1,100-$1,200 range. Could be better, could be worse. Like I said, I've been real impressed by the weight or lack thereof on this thing. Did a very good job on the rail too, so plenty of M-LOK slots. Obviously we have that little bit of Picatinny across the top, but they made it a real good size to fit your hand, so no matter how you're gripping this thing, I've got some pretty good paws, and ignore that. That'll be some filing on some carbon fiber I did for another video. But it's a overall very good size rail. It's a decent little package from the start. So I actually bought this. I'm actually going to use some parts off of this. I wanted the receivers. I'm going to do a test on the Echo trigger. So this one will not be getting a range review in this complete form as you see here, but just kind of wanted to show it to you, give you an overview of it. If you hadn't seen one up close, you're thinking about ordering, hope this helps you out just a little bit. Guys, I do appreciate your time watching this. As always, stay safe, train hard.